Hello everyone and welcome back to Strife Solutions here on the YogCast server. I am of course William Strife and this is YogPack or YogCast Complete, a special modded Minecraft package that you can get your hands on off of the AT launcher. Check the description for a link if you're interested. So as you can see, I'm not at the Solution Tower right now. I'm actually off in the mountains, just to the, west of the tower, because I've been forced to set up this really basic setup again with the hydrogen generators and electrolytic separators to use the digital miner to get my hands on additional resources. I've been running back and forth grabbing copper for the most part, and it looks like I am done here for now. But really what it comes down to is that in the process of creating the salination tanks for brine, which is required for ×4 ore processing or quadrupling, I just flat out need more resources, so I had to go about setting this up. See, this is where I am. Pretty good distance away. The good news is that I did manage to finish the salination or plants. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pick all of these up, and I'll show you what I have managed to complete back at the Solution Tower. Okay, so here I am back, and as you can see, I have completed the salination platform. All 4 salination plants are finished. They're all surrounded by these reservoirs from Ender.io, and I've got this large tank in the middle that is slowly filling up with brine. Now, the honest-to-God truth is that if this tank fills up completely with brine, that's going to be more than I will ever need. But I do have a drum here out front, which is now completely full, which is exactly what I was after. So with this, I can actually finally go about completing my my ore quadrupling down in the basement of the facility, and using the brine to actually I'm going to have to chemically process the brine. But before I can do any of that, I'm going to have to engage. Get myself a cardboard box full of stuff there. Before I can go about processing the ores, I'm going to have to engage in creating a chemical injection chamber and a chemical infuser. So the chemical injection chamber is the machine that is actually going to perform the quadrupling, okay? But it requires something called hydrogen chloride, which I have to create with a chemical infuser and our good old friend, the Electrolytic Separator. So I'm just going to go ahead and chuck some of these machines back into my chest over here and keep one Electrolytic Separator on me. Okay, so first of all, we're going to require a chemical infusion chamber to be able to make the proper material to supply to the chemical injection chamber. So the chemical infuser is composed of a couple of circuits, some enriched alloy, a dynamic tank block, and some gas tanks. Now, I should have some spare dynamic tank blocks over here. Yeah, there we go, I only need 1. So, first off, I need 2 tanks. Okay, there we go, 2 gas tanks. Then we will make the chemical infuser with just a couple of these. Dynamic tank block, gas tanks, and some enriched alloys in the corners. And presto, we've got ourselves a chemical infuser. Next up is the chemical injection chamber. To make this, I'm going to need a purification chamber, some steel casings, atomic cores, and some basic circuits. So, purification chamber is an enrichment chamber, which, you know, big tiered process. So, enrichment chamber, a couple of enriched alloys, redstone, circuits, and steel casing. Okay, I'm also going to need 6 of these atomic cores to just make those up. Luckily, on the last mining trip that I was doing there, I have no shortage of diamonds as a result. There we go. Atomic cores on the top and bottom. Now we have ourselves a purification chamber, and with that I can make the chemical injection chamber. Not going to be able to shift click on this, unfortunately. But atomic cores in the corners, purification chamber in the middle, steel casings on the side, and some circuits top and bottom. And there we go, we've got ourselves a chemical injection chamber. So pretty much everything that we need is complete now. I'm just going to grab myself a couple of blocks, and then I'll hop down into the basement, and I'll show you guys how this is all put together. Okay, so I've got the standard tripling ore processing line in place already from the old shack that I had. You know, the purification chamber followed by the crusher, the enrichment chamber, and the smelting factory. So if you don't understand how these 4 machines work, you need to go back and watch some previous videos. But I still have to make use of these machines. Now, what I need to do next is lay down a little bit of additional cable and put down my chemical injection chamber. And I will upgrade this to a factory later, but for right now, I'm just going to leave it as is. So now that this thing is powered, the problem is that just like the Purification Chamber, in order to work, it requires oxygen, okay? This thing, however, I believe it requires sulfur, hydrogen chloride. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's hydrogen chloride that this thing requires, which I can make by inserting a tank into the bottom here. But the problem is that I have to make this stuff. Now, in order to make hydrogen chloride, I have to separate brine out. Take brine, run it through an electrolytic separator, and then run the 2 components that it creates through a chemical infuser, which is why I made these things. So first off, let's make this chemical infuser. Just put that down right there. It should be able to take the 2 components from either side. And I'll go ahead and pick this back up, and I'll just put some extra cabling down here like so. There we go. The chemical infuser should go down right there. And then we can put down the electrolytic separator, like so. Okay. And now I can go ahead and take these pressurized tubes and hook the sides up, because I'm going to need the elements that come out of either side. And with that, I can go ahead and cover that hole up. Put the tank down, put the drum down that's full of brine, and take a mechanical pipe, pop it over the top like so, and this should work in entirety. I haven't actually made use of this yet, so I might find out that I've screwed up somewhere. But it's pretty simple. If I just hold down Shift and click twice, it's going to suck the brine out and send it into the electrolytic separator. It's going to separate it out into not hydrogen and oxygen, but instead it's going to turn out... Ooh, okay, this must be backwards. Go ahead and swap that around. And I'll pick up these tubes because they're no doubt chock full of the wrong substance, so they won't take anything up. That's something that you have to be very, very keen on. It's the fact that if you have your electrolytic separator around the wrong way in any instance, and you have a tube hooked up to it, and then you rotate it around, this is full of a completely different material, okay? So this will not fill up with stuff from the red tank if it's already full of stuff from the blue tank, and vice versa, so... Go ahead and hook that baby up. I hope this is working. I think it's doing... There we go. It's getting chlorine in one side, hydrogen in the other side, and it's creating hydrogen chloride. So that should be going straight into the chemical injection chamber. There you go. And like I said, this is basically the first level of chemical ore processing, and I'm going to need to upgrade this thing into a factory pretty soon. But I've got all of these chests back here full of ores that I need to process. I'll just do something simple, and I'll do some gold first off. And if I just put this gold in there, it's going to write off, it's going to start working here, and I haven't actually configured this or anything, so it's just going to dump it straight into the slot over to the right. It's created 4 gold shards, so it's turning these gold ores into shards, 4 of them, and then 1 gold shard equals 1 clump, which it's moving too quickly. There you go, there's a clump, and then it moves over to being gold dust, and then it moves on to being a gold ingot. Pretty simple and straightforward. Now I am actually quadrupling my ores. I can go ahead and put that down right there, I think, and... Oh, no, wait, that's a pipe, not a transporter. There we go. And now the ingot just goes straight through the sorting system, and it would appear that I never sorted gold ingots, which is a bit of a problem. There we go. Now gold is going to sort to the right location. But with this completely configured, now I can go ahead and come in here, clear all of this out, turn auto eject on, and it'll automatically spit all of these things out into the advanced factory, and it'll process everything through into ingots, and it'll go straight through the sorting system. Pretty damn cool. So there you go. That is ore quadrupling. I still need to upgrade this thing into a factory, and just in case you guys have completely forgotten, the factories you have to upgrade to a basic factory, there's a series of things. You see there are different versions of the factories here. I would just put the chemical injection chamber into the middle of this crafting recipe. Same recipe, just a different machine in the middle, and then I would take this basic factory and put it in the middle of a different recipe to make an advanced, and then to make an elite, I just put the advanced factory into this crafting recipe. But I'll do that later because I've already shown you guys how to do that stuff. So there you go, guys. I can now effectively quadruple my ores, but there's far more to do beyond that, and there's a whole lot of other stuff for me to sort out in the long run as well. But until next time, guys, I am William Strife of Strife Solutions here on the Yogscast server playing YogPack, or Yogscast Complete. Go ahead and check it out off of the AT launcher, link in the description if you want. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye!